Hello, and welcome to Liberate Your Life podcast, a place where we come together and explore Ayurvedic wisdom, holistic healing, and spirituality, empowering individuals to explore their true nature and transform their life. I'm your host, Melinda Reese, Ayurvedic practitioner, Panchakarma specialist, and founder of Tahoe Ayurveda. And I am here to help you transform your life. Welcome to episode 9, Cultivating Inner Peace. In this episode, I explore how we have the capacity to cultivate our inner peace. I share the Gunas, the qualities of nature through Ayurveda, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. So stay tuned for how to cultivate your inner peace. You have the power to cultivate inner peace. The outside world, in all of its appearances and experiences, will be what it is, but you have the power to really cultivate deep stillness, inner peace, tranquility, harmony, balance, and from that space, move out into the world. In Ayurveda, we have the Gunas, and the Gunas are the qualities of existence in nature. There are 3 Gunas: Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. And Sattva is the quality of purity and clarity and harmony and balance. Rajas is the quality of motivation, energy, and activation. Tamas has the quality of inertia, destruction, chaos, and lethargy. So we need a healthy balance of all the gunas. So Sattva brings in purity, and Rajas brings in motivation, and Tamas brings in rest. But in this modern day living and our humanity, we are most often residing in the qualities of Rajas and Tamas. We are energy and activation and motivation, and then we get depletion and destruction, and we are bouncing into the wildness of the mind and the depletion of the body, and this kind of being dragged around by this constant intensity. And we have to cultivate sattva. Sattva requires daily practices to help support and cultivate inner peace. It does not just land in our seat. We're like, why do I struggle with these things? Why do I feel these ways? Why does the world look this way? Why do I interact with the world like this? Why does the world interact like this with me? So again, we have the power to cultivate inner peace, and no one is above the practice. The practice is a daily practice of our intentions, where we put our focus, where we put our attention, and the food we incorporate, the lifestyle choices that we make. And, in Ayurveda, like attracts like. So when we're in those states of Rajas and Tamas, we continue to crave, and we're continue to be drawn towards, and it just creates this spin out of over energy, over motivation, over intensity, and then over chaos. And our nature, we are creatures of addiction and stimulation. We gravitate towards a very stimulating life, and as much as we say we want inner peace tends to be boring on the spectrum of stimulation. Rajas and Tamas are very exciting, and they just allure our senses, and our whole interaction with the world through those natural qualities is so stimulated and so captivating that the idea of cultivating our own inner peace and the inner discipline that requires is not as attractive. So we have the power to cultivate our inner peace. We also have to choose to cultivate our inner peace, and we have to choose to have the discipline within this modern, fast paced life of indulgences and desires and addictions and stimulation to really anchor into our capacity to cultivate that. And it is a practice. It doesn't come overnight. You have to stay with it and have patience for allowing these practices to transform your inner experience and your inner peace, to allow that to then really move into all aspects of your life. And as you anchor into the innate inner stillness and peace and the goodness and the harmony and balance that is truly available, then it really transforms the world outside of you, and the way that you experience it shifts because you have this deeply cultivated inner space that then you see the world through that perspective, through that lens of harmony, and you don't get rocked by life, because again, life is going to happen and be all these different expressions that we don't have control over, but we have control to create this beautiful inner peace. So some of the recommendations in Ayurveda to help support a sattvic lifestyle. So with our diet, when we choose to eat fresh, local, organic, seasonal foods, we are also increasing the vitality and the prana in that food. And that is giving us back a high integrity vibration of substance and nourishment. And we're eating within alignment with nature and the wisdom of what the earth is giving us throughout the seasons. And it has a high intelligence of why we receive that, what vitamins, minerals, the nourishment that's received throughout the year then feeds our tissues and feeds our mental clarity and feeds our emotional stability. So the food that we eat, we can also incorporate herbs such as ginger and cumin and coriander and cardamom. And those help the digestion. And in Ayurveda, digestion is connected to fire. And we need to really cultivate the fire, the tapas, to burn through the delusion, to burn through the fog, the funk, so we can have clarity. So strong digestion to be able to assimilate what we take in from the world and really what we are within ourselves, so we can burn through and have the clarity of digestion, which is clarity of mind, which is tranquility in the body. So making sure that we improve our digestion. Other practices are connecting with nature every day, whether that's sitting in a park, walking in a forest, sitting at a lake, finding a little piece of earth to just connect with. And best practice is really solo, so that you can really connect within, feel the earth. You're not continuing to be in conversation and being stimulated, that you really, this is a quiet time to connect with nature and to really feel that support of the earth, feel the fresh air, feel the wind, smell the trees, smell the flowers, and just be with the environment and be connected and at peace within it. You can also do daily practices such as meditation, breath work, yoga. And the meditation really helps to calm the nervous system. It helps to quiet the mind. It helps to create this deep stillness so that we are not in the throes of the chatter of the mind, and that we can really have a direct experience that we are not our body and we are not our mind, and that there is this peaceful space. And the more we meditate, the more we cultivate that quality, and the more that it carries us through our everyday. The breath work is also available as a concentration practice to help focus on the breath, and that also in turn creates space in the thoughts, really balances the left and right brain, and really brings the prana, the vitality with intention and quality into the body, and then releasing it out of the body. Yoga helps to purify the channels, helps to create a strong body, and helps to really bring union of breath and body, and helps to bring clarity of the body, mind, and spirit in movement and then in stillness. Sleep. Sleep is another pillar of our health and well-being. And when we go to sleep early and we wake up with the sunrise, we are basically harnessing the energy of the light and really the full quality of the light, the sun. And then when darkness sets in, we are sleeping, and so we are not being aggravated and influenced by the dark qualities. And that's really the time of deep sleep and detox and rest. And when we stay up through the night, we get really influenced by these other aspects, and we're really depleting our bodies and we're aggravating our minds. And so best practice is to be in bed by 10 p.m. and awake by 6 a.m. And from that point, we can create a daily routine. And the daily routine is there to really help harmonize all the systems in the body when we wake up, when we eat, when we exercise, when we work, and when we sleep. So a daily rhythm, a daily routine to anchor in to support the self-care practices, the being in service through our work, and a peaceful flow of harmony throughout our everyday practices and experiences. So again, we have the power to cultivate our own inner peace, and with that, there is a responsibility we have to release the outside world of being at fault for us being unhappy or agitated or not being able to do this, that, or the next thing. So really honing in our capacity, really reclaiming our power, reclaiming our health, reclaiming our life. We have the capacity to create inner peace, and no one else can give it to you. It is a practice. We have to cultivate it, and we need to release the external world of having control over our inner well-being and peace. And now is the time to really hold that frequency of balance and peace and harmony, and allow that to really influence the collective as we move out into the world. Thank you for joining me for this episode, Cultivating Inner Peace. You can connect with me on Instagram at melindareese.co, or head over to my website at melindareese.com and check out my offerings and upcoming events.